Sabres, you should just hire me. I know what I'm doing. Jason Botterill, take notes. My name's Melanie and thank you for clicking on this video. So I miss the Buffalo Sabres. I do. Is that crazy? It's kind of like when you go on a diet and you start to eat better, so you start feeling better and life's going really well for you. And then all of a sudden you just start craving like a double bacon cheeseburger. Like, you know it's not good for you. You know you're only going to feel miserable afterward, but you really can't help but just want it. That's kind of where I'm at with the Buffalo Sabres right now. Like, it's September. Like, around now we'd be starting to think about training camp and preseason games, and, you know, we would have drafted somebody by now. We would have had free agent signings by now. And yeah, I don't know, I miss it. Plus too, like at the start of the new season, there's always like that small shred of hope, like not much, just a small little shred of hope that maybe we can exceed expectations for the first time in like 10 years. Maybe instead of finishing 28th, we'll finish in 20th or something. So I thought what I would do today to get my Sabres fixed is I would rebuild the Buffalo Sabres roster my own way, in the most realistic way possible, NHL 20 via GM mode, just to show Jason Botterill how it's possible to build a team. It'll be easy. So I'm gonna set a few ground rules for myself. First of all, even if I know a trade can go through, I'm gonna do my best to try to make it as fair-ish as possible. And I say fair-ish, don't get on me if you don't think it's fair. I'm gonna do my best. Like, for example, I know Rasmus Ristolainen's trade value is ridiculously high in this game, way higher than it is in real life, I would imagine. And I'm not gonna worry about scouting at all either, because I don't think the Sabres worry about it. Anyway, here we go. So I'm just gonna sim through what was this 2020 season here. Obviously no big pandemic's going to stop it. It's not going to throw off the next season. But just bear with me here. Alright, so as expected, we end up missing the playoffs. Finished 500, which that's not bad for us. Pretty much as expected, Jack, Sam, Victor Olofsson, and Skinner, the only sources of offense. So yeah, that's actually perfect. So we will just sim ahead to the draft here. And that's where our official rebuild will start. Jason Botterill just got canned, so it's all good. Bruins win the Stanley Cup. All right. So Ottawa ends up getting picks 1 and 2, which I guess could have been a realistic possibility. We're going to pick 7th, so that's pretty darn close, I'd say. That's funny. Good for Ottawa. So Ottawa is walking away with Lafreniere this time. So let's go into the draft. So we are going to be pretty active, I would say. I think this is where we probably move Ristolainen, but let's send these picks, see what happens. Okay, so I would love it if the draft kind of just fell like this, and we basically had our pick of these forwards. So I know I was pretty adamant in my draft lottery reaction video that I wanted the Sabres to trade the 8th overall pick away. I've kind of come around on that. I feel like at this point, just make the pick. It's a pretty deep forward draft. I think someone like Raymond is probably kind of where we're going to be at. Obviously Stützle's there. I would love Rossi too. A lot of good forwards. We'll just go with Raymond. So now I kind of want to get into the Ristolainen trade. So Risto is a pretty interesting name. A lot of people in Buffalo love him. A lot of people in Buffalo hate him. It's a very weird situation with him. I'm on the side of I think it's time to just move on from him. It's been, 7 years since he's been drafted, and, you know, he clearly wants out. He's clearly not happy here. And I just don't think it's working. So we're going to move on from him. We're going to let him get out of here. We're going to make him happy. Obviously, I think the days of him fetching a top 6 forward straight up are probably behind us. You know, there were rumors that Tim Murray declined Rasmus Ristolainen for Taylor Hall 1-for-1. There were rumors that Botterill said no to Ristolainen for Nikolai Ehlers straight up. I'm actually interested in Nikolai Ehlers, so we're actually going to go to Winnipeg here. So it looks like I might be able to just get him 1-for-1. The trade value looks pretty similar. But I know in real life that would never happen. But I guess I'm kind of wondering what the gap is between Ristolainen and Ehlers. I don't think it would make sense for the Jets to trade Ehlers. I'm sure there's probably other guys on their list they'd like to move. But if they're really super desperate for defensemen, Like, and if you're trading for Ristolainen, probably super desperate. I don't know. I think the second will probably help bridge that gap a little bit. I mean, that would definitely go through Risto in a second for Ehlers. If I'm the Jets, I don't do it, but you know, I said fair-ish, didn't I? So that'll definitely help the top 6. We're still a little light on centers. Obviously, if you followed my channel, you know my feelings about the Ryan O'Reilly for literally nobody trade. So we're definitely going to need a second line center. I'll look around and see what I can find here. All right, so I'm thinking about a guy like Ryan Strome here. I'm assuming that his trade value is so low because I think in this game they have him as a UFA, but I'm pretty sure he's an RFA with arbitration rights. I'm pretty sure. But that's probably why his trade value is so low, his contract's expiring. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw in a next year's second. Obviously this will all go through because his value is too low than what it should be. What else can we throw in here? We give him Lawrence Pilot because I'm losing him anyway. We also too, like, we have a bunch of NCAA prospects who aren't going to be in the game because of those rules on college players. I would throw them in. You know, we have Ryan Johnson, who was a first-round pick last year. We have Mattias Samuelsson, who was the first pick of the second round the year before. Yeah, I'll just, I don't know, I'll throw in a couple prospects and a second-round pick and call it a day. That's, sorry, Rangers fans. I need a second-line center. I said fair-ish. I didn't say totally fair. Then what I want to do really quickly is I just want to find like a third pair D or something, somewhat relatively cheapish, for my RFAs, like Jimmy Vesey, for example. No intention of bringing back, so I think I'm just going to try to find like just a cheap defenseman for Vesey here. Yeah, like a guy like John Merrill, that's fine. That should go through. Yep. Okay, so I think we're good with that. Let's just finish up the draft here. Oh, okay. Snagged a medium elite in the 4th round. You know it's fake when that happens. That's cool. That'll help. That makes up for all the years of just terrible, terrible drafting. Take another low elite there. Why not? Why not? Alright, so finished up the draft here. Pretty good, I would say. I think this is a pretty good day for us. We just gotta sign Ryan Strome now. Alright, so now to just re-sign some people here. I already basically re-signed all of my RFAs before the season started. So like Samson here, Sam Reinhart I got for, I think 3 years at 5'8", 5. Cahoon, Dominic Cahoon was a RFA. Got him for 3.7. Victor Olofsson I got 5 for 5. So yeah, not a whole lot I have to do here. Obviously, we got to see how much Ryan Strome wants. Hopefully not too much. Alright, let's see how much I can get that down. And then I know Linus Ullmark's contract's up. Yeah, how about 3 mil? How about like 2.8 mil? Alright, so Linus is probably going to want 3. Strome, that's a lot of money for Strome, but I mean, if you think about it, 7.5 is what Ryan O'Reilly had, so let's just do it. Why not? Why not just hate myself? Alright, Strome did it. Linus Ullmark wants more. Of course he does. Gonna eat up all my cap room here. So Linus Ullmark, our goalie, doesn't want to re-sign, which is just great. We're gonna be stuck with Carter Hutton next year, but we need to clear out some cap room, so we're gonna do that right now. Play that's kind of sticking out is Marcus Johansson. I'm sure he would have some value on a team trying to go for a cup or something. Let's try Colorado here. Kind of want a second for him. I don't know if I'll be able to get a second, but we'll try. Nope. Try 2/3. How about that? No, that's not going to go through. Oh, it did. Okay, cool. All right, so now to just re-sign some people here. I already basically re-signed all of my RFAs before the season started. So like Samson here, Sam Reinhart I got for, I think 3 years at 5'8", 5. Cahoon, Dominic Cahoon was a RFA. Got him for 3.7. Victor Olofsson I got 5 for 5. Nope. Try 2/3. How about that? Alright, so saved a bunch of money there. No goalies. Is it absolutely stupid to trade away Carter Hutton when I really don't have a quality backup? Yes. But I think the Sabres probably try to move on from Carter Hutton this offseason. We're not going to get much for him. Like, I don't even think that'll go through. Oh, it did. Okay. So we get a 5th for Carter Hutton. Our whole roster, though, suddenly looks a ton better. Yeah, Gergensons is probably someone I move to. I'm going to try to get a 2nd-round pick for him. Okay, I got a 2nd for Gergensons. Okay. So, that gives us $8 million in cap room right now. So, we just see who's available in free agency here. Someone's going to give Alex Pietrangelo $11 million. That's gross. I don't know that we really need anybody. I would love Anthony Duclair. Let me see this. We have the cap room for him. I need a goalie, though. Let me just look at Duclair real quick. Yeah, I mean, I would take that. Let's see how much. If Linus Ullmark's getting any play here. Not really. Well, I do need him back, so we'll try to get him back. Let's give him 3.6. And then, yeah, let's go try to get Anthony Duclair. I wouldn't mind that at all. That number seems pretty low for him, but we'll give him 4. See what happens. Okay, so Omar comes back, and we also get Duclair. Sweet. All right. I've done a lot. I don't know that I really need to do much else. The problem is that Kyle Oposo contract. I would love to see Kevin Adams be able to work his magic and get Seattle to try to take the last 2 years of Kyle Oposo at $6 million off of our hands in the expansion draft. I'm not holding my breath on that one, but I would definitely hope that would be the case. At least try anyway. So yeah, so let's just sim to the next season here. And we'll see where we're at with lines and all that stuff. Alright. Let's see here. So it's not great right now. We'll see what we can do to fix it here. What I'm honestly probably going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to just straight up waive Kyle Oposo. Like send him to Rochester. Alright, yeah, so, I mean, it probably won't save us a ton, but kind of be what we have to do here. Alright, so I messed around with the lines a little bit. This is the best I could come up with. We got Skinner, Eichel, Ehlers on the top line, Strome, Olofsson, and Tage Thompson on the second line, which got me a +5, so that works. And then for my third line center, I decided to move Samson back down there. He was drafted as a center. He was always kind of supposed to be a center and then just kind of never panned out to one. But I'd be interested to see in real life how he'd be able to handle his own line being a center and not just kind of playing on a line with Jack. I put him with Anthony Duclair and I moved Casey Middleset over to the wing. I like putting him with Anthony Duclair because what was it? It was Reinhart Duclair and Max Domi that made up the best line on Team Canada when they won the World Junior that one year, even with guys like Connor McDavid out there. So that's cool. Get them back together. And then on the fourth line here, I'm not super in love with it, but we got Dominic Cahoon, Dylan Cousins, and then signed Lucas Raymond. On defense here, we have Darlene Montour, Yoki Haru and Miller, and Merrill and McCabe. Probably not one of my strong suits there, but it definitely looks like my forward group has improved a little bit. And then at goal we have Linus Ullmark, and then Andrew Hammond. Ideally, Ugo Pakalukinen down in Rochester develops and he can be a full-time NHLer next season, but we'll give him the green light in Rochester to just get all the minutes he can. So yeah, overall, not too bad. I wasn't supposed to go super overboard. That wasn't my plan because we do still have to sign Rasmus Dahlin. His entry-level contract is up at the end of this year, but we'll have to find a way to get rid of Kyle Oposo's contract. But either way, let's see how we do here. Let's get past the preseason. All right, so let's see how this goes. All right, so I simmed through the entire regular season, and you will never guess what happened. I'll show you. We made the playoffs. Obviously, that's shocking enough. But look at this, 52, 26, and 4. That's good for 108 points. And oh yeah, the President's Trophy. Oh, that's hilarious. So I'll go back and show you what I did because it looked like my capture card thing stopped recording at a certain point. So it looks like it missed out on most of the season, but I'll show you what happened here. So I was able to get Brodin from Minnesota. I didn't even seek out that trade. They just they offered Brodin a 5th and a 6th for 2 second-round picks of mine. And you all know how I feel about second-round picks, so that was an easy yes for me. Ooh. So here's an interesting trade here. I was gonna go look for one, but this is interesting. It's 2 seconds for Brodin, and then a 5th and a 6th. I don't hate that at all, actually. Well, I actually like that trade a lot. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do that. I like that trade. I needed defense. That was kind of the weak spot it looked like on my team. So that was... Normally the game doesn't really offer decent trades, so I was happy about that. And then, because goaltending was a bit of an issue, I decided to reacquire Ryan Miller. Andrew Hammond wasn't really doing it for me. I was a little worried that in case something happened to Linus Ullmark, we wouldn't have a good enough backup. So I went and found Ryan Miller, who was playing for the Bruins, and that was just a no-brainer. Like, if we're going on a cup run, I definitely want my favorite Sabres goalie to be a part of it. Should we get Ryan Miller back? If we're making a cup run, should we get Ryan? Oh, that's a no-brainer. That is an absolute no-brainer. So, yeah, 38-19 and 4th, the trade deadline. That puts us in 1st in the Atlantic, 1 point up on Boston, 2 points up on Montreal. So it's kind of close. Where does that put us in the East? Puts us 1st in the... Guys, do you see how easy that was? Jason Botterill, take notes. And, of course, we're in the playoffs. Who do we start off against? Toronto Maple Leafs. Could you imagine for a second, like, a playoff series between Buffalo and Toronto? Like, I know in my last video, I asked Leafs fans about how they felt about the Sabres-Leafs rivalry, and like 99% of them said, there is no rivalry, we don't care about Buffalo. And I think that's just because the Leafs and the Sabres haven't been good at the same time in like 20 years, but could you just imagine, like, with all the Leafs fans that come into Buffalo, it's a playoff atmosphere anyway, every single Leafs-Sabres game, but can you imagine an actual playoff game? Like, oh, I live for that. That would be the most exciting hockey of my lifetime, especially now with, you know, Eichel versus Matthews, Buffalo, Toronto. That would be awesome. So, all right, so let's get into it here. Game 1 in Buffalo. Leafs fans coming down like crazy, filling our arena, but let's see what we can do here. 3-1, that's a good start. Ehlers, Lucas Raymond, and Ryan Strome. Good additions, if you ask me. Second period, 4-2. Eichel and Kasperi Kapanen. Ooh, lots of goal scoring, but we come out on top in game 1. Raymond again and Anthony Duclair. So my additions here coming up pretty big, if you ask me. Sabres, you should just hire me. I know what I'm doing. All right, moving on. Game 2. 1-1 after 1. Brandon Montour. All right. 3-1 after 2. Ehlers and Olofsson. 7-2. Wow. I would absolutely love that. A 7-2 Sabres victory over the Leafs. Sorry, Leafs fans, don't hate me. But, whew, all right. It's a lot of goals. That's impressive. All right, game 3. Let's see. In Toronto, we're usually not as good in Toronto as we are in Buffalo. So let's see. 1-0. Still 1-0. 2-0. All right, can't score in Toronto apparently. Can score 13 goals in Buffalo, can't score a goal in Toronto. That sounds about right. That's pretty realistic. All right, can't let them even up the series. We gotta take this one here. Big game 4. 1-0. Jeff Skinner, good start. 3-1. Tage Thompson and Ehlers. Woo! They tried, but we got a 4-3 final. So we have a chance in Buffalo to take the series from the Leafs. Can we do it? Let's see. First period, 2-1, Eichel, Skinner, Zach Hyman for the Leafs. Same score. Big third period, can we do it? Yes, we can. Clutch. So we take out the Leafs in 5. Awesome. Sweet. I'm telling you, like, that would be the coolest thing to watch the Leafs Sabres playoff series. Then you'd think there was a rivalry, Leafs fans. Still going. Who are we playing? Okay, so we're playing Boston. Like, this is an issue I have with the league, and this is something in the playoff form. I think this is something that needs to be addressed. So look at this. Let's go to the entire league here. So we were the first seed. We won the President's Trophy. Boston was number 2. Like, why are the 2 best teams in the entire league playing each other in the second round? Like, that's ridiculous. Come on. I don't like that at all. I miss the days where it was 1-8, 2-7 kind of thing, but it is what it is. I hope eventually they change that, because, you know, in these kind of situations that's really dumb that the 2 best teams in the league are playing in the second round. But I mean, in theory, they'd just end up playing in the third round if everything went right anyway. So it is what it is, but let's see how we do here. Game 1. First period. 4-1. Yeah, that sounds about right. A playoff series against the Bruins would be real tough for us, but yeah, 8-2. Cool. 8-4 final. Okay, it's one game. It's one game. I think if this were a series in real life, it would be really, really tough. Jack is historically good against the Bruins, especially in Boston, but he would have to so carry the team in a way that would, I don't know if he could do it. Look at our records were identical, though. That's so funny. We had the exact same record, but we must have had some kind of tiebreaker, so we won the President's Trophy. Anyway, game 2. Hopefully it's not as bad as that one. Let's get some goaltending, Linus. First period, 1-0. All right, second period, 2-1. Jack Eichel, see? Told you, he's got to carry the team. Third period, Eichel, yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? I know it's just simulation, but the game knows. The game knows what's up. All right, so we split game 1 and 2. Go to Boston. This is where Jack shines, in Boston. Game 3, here we go, let's see. 3-0. Eichel, Skinner, and Olofsson, very nice. Second period, still the same. That's a great job. Big shutout for Linus. See, we just need to get the first loss out of the way. No, we're fine. We're fine. It'll be fine. Game 4, up 2-1. Jack Eichel leading the way. Can he carry the team further? First period, 1-0. Still 1-0. Third period, come on. Nope. All right. Okay. This would be a really good series too, I bet. And we lose Dylan Cousins. Come on, stop getting injured. All right, the pivotal game 5. Come on, we need this one. Come on. 0-0. 2-0. Oh, come on. 2 straight games without a goal. That's fun. All right, it's probably as realistic as it could be in terms of, like, we would not beat the Bruins in a series. But is it weird that I'm getting, like, weirdly nervous about that? Like, you know that you haven't seen actual playoff hockey for, like, almost a decade when you're getting excited, or nervous, I should say, about a simulated playoff series. Like, what is wrong with me? Why do I do this to myself? 2-1, that's not good. Oh, we come back. All right, Eichel and Strom, can we hold it? What is it? 5-3, all right. We are going to game 7. This would be an insane series if this was all real. But we lose Henry Jokiharju. Come on. All right, here it is. Game 7. In Buffalo. Got home ice advantage. Let's see. KeyBank Center's rocking. First period. Yeah. We're not famous for being good at game 7s. All right. There it is. Sabres lose in 7 games to the Boston Bruins, and we are out. But honestly, I was just hoping we'd make the playoffs this year, and we ended up winning the President's Trophy. So I can't really complain. The next year is actually supposed to be our Series Cup run anyway, because Cousins is going to be better, Mittelstadt's going to be better. We're going to have to find a way to pay Rasmus Dahlin, but that is a problem for the next video. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Part 2 will be coming very shortly. We'll see if we can do a little bit better next year. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know. You can totally judge all the moves I made. You can roast me, do whatever you want in the comment section below, but leave me a comment. Tell me how you felt. So thanks for watching. See you for part 2.